Rahim wa salatu salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. May Allah reward everyone who came here today using their spare time and their free time to come here, because you didn't have to be here. My name's Hussain Thomas. I'm a convert to Islam. And alhamdulillah, we have all different ages here. So I really want to talk to the youth and the teenagers, because being someone, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life before Islam. Alhamdulillah. I think being born as a non-Muslim, I'm grateful. In fact, I'm actually grateful that I wasn't born into a Muslim family and that I became Muslim. Because now, see, I know, being growing up as a non-Muslim, I know that what they present in the dunya is not really all it's cracked up to be. Unfortunately, when you're born into a Muslim family, a lot of you brothers, you're born into a Muslim family, so your family will try to conceal certain haram things from you, you know? Maybe alcohol, you know what I'm saying, girlfriends, all this kind of stuff. They try and conceal it from you because they want good for you. As you get older and you start going to non-Muslim school, I don't know what it's like in Luton. In Luton, alhamdulillah, you seem to have a strong Islamic community here. In Luton, can someone tell me, do most Muslims go to a Muslim school or non-Muslim school? Non-Muslim school. Okay, so it's the same as Luton, London. So basically, yeah. So when you're young, your parents, depending on how much they're practicing, will try and conceal you from certain haram things. When you start growing up and you reach your teen years, or you start going to non-Muslim school and so forth, shaitan will start to come to you and start suggesting things to you. I wonder what it's like to listen to tunes. I wonder what it's like to smoke a spliff. I wonder what it's like chat to girls, have a girlfriend, whisper, 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 whisper. And because obviously your parents have dropped from Mars and Pluto and some other country and they weren't young themselves, when they talk to us, it just goes in one ear and that other, because I'm 16, 17, 13, and I know everything. I'm just some scholar about life. I know everything. My parents, they just got to that age. They weren't young ever. They were never young. They never got tempted to do haram. Jazakallah khair. So as you start growing up, your family conceals you at first from certain things, and as you're growing up, shaitan comes with curiosity. Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. Look at these music videos. Look how that life looks. Look at the guy smoking the spliff in that video, and you're curious. And what happens with most Muslims is they go into the dunya, they mash themselves up, and by the time they realize, they're sitting in her park, bogey coming out their nose, they got robbed because they're trying to be a bad man, or this, that, and the other, and so forth. They're walking like a rude boy with a spliff behind their back, screaming people already, they get slapped up and stuff. Then it's like, it's true. It's true what Dad said. Allah is Al-Hakim, the Most Wise. Yeah, it's true. But what happens is that because shaitan, it builds up the dunya to you, until you go into it and mash yourself up, you won't know. So shaitan will whisper to you, and you'll start leaning into this, leaning into that, experiment with this, experiment with that, and then you get mashed up and you realize, yes, it's true. What Dad was saying, what Mum was saying, and so forth. But the thing is, the Prophet ﷺ said that the believer learns from the mistake of other people. There's already enough brothers in Feltham Young Offenders, in Brixton Prison, in this prison and that prison and that. There's already enough brothers with Ahmed and Muhammad, and there's enough brothers already who mashed themselves up. out there. We don't need any more. There's hundreds of brothers that have thought they knew that doing, because every brother that is hooked on drugs, every single brother that is hooked on drugs now, thought, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Every brother that done zina and now's got a kid, yeah, out of marriage, yeah, and now they're either gonna murder a last creation by telling a sister to have abortion, or they go to have abortion, or they've run away and they got a youth out there, you know, that they're gonna be responsible for Yawm al-Qiyamah. All of them thought, I'm some Einstein, I'm some knowledgeable. They all thought, I know what I'm doing. Every brother that's gone out there and sold drugs and started robbing people, got stabbed up and got shot and this, that. None of them said that, you know what? You know, what Allah says is true, Shaitan is smarter than me, he's more knowledgeable. They all advice just went in one ear and out the other. There's enough brothers out there that have made these mistakes or whatever, but some people are still going to go that path. I know what I'm doing. It's not going to happen to me. I'm going to sell drugs. I'm not going to get caught. I'm going to sleep around. I'm not going to have a kid outside of me. I know what I'm doing. Oh, you know what you're doing and everyone else don't know. But the problem is we like to learn the hard way. And the hardest thing in this day and age, yeah, I truly say this. People say, in this day and age, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a bad man. Wallahi, especially in this area, this day and age of social media, young boys care what people think about them. They care so much that 90 to 80% of their actions, yeah, are based upon what other people want them to do. Why do young people start smoking? Why do people start smoking? No one told them that smoking tastes so beautiful. I know, I wasn't always Muslim. No one told them that it does some great things for you. It gives you a great feeling of this, that, and the other. There was a crowd of people, and people wanted to fit into that crowd, and to fit in with that crowd, you have to do certain things. No one told anyone smoking so good or this, that, and the other, and so forth, so that's why they started doing it. What you're going to find, young brothers, when you go to these non-Muslim schools, you're going to be exposed to certain things like you are now. People with smartphones. And I don't know why. I hope brothers, I hope fathers are not giving their kids smartphones with internet access. Sometimes I see young school kids. Yeah, they're around 9, 10, 11, 13. Their parents gave them a smartphone. And they gave them not only a smartphone, they gave them data with access to the internet. And you're going to come across some of these boys. And they're going to try and show you certain things on these phones and so forth, and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And you're going to get pulled in. Because what's going to happen, this was going to happen, when you start going to non-Muslim school, whether it's non-Muslim school, college, university, or just hanging out on the ends, you're going to have to make a choice. Because there's two types of people, two types of Muslims, all people. There's the person that's a clown. Because when in all of these places, school, college, the ends, you're going to come across this group called the crowd, the cool crowd as they're known. You know, and to become part of this crowd, yes, for people to accept you, you have to do one of two things. Either you have to do certain haram, immoral things for them to accept you in and pat you on the head like a little mascot. Or you have to do certain haram things. Because to be part of the cool crowd, you have to be a bad Muslim. And you're going to have to decide, you're going to have to be one of two people. Either you're going to be a Muslim in school who's really a Muslim, and you're not a sheep, you're not a follower, you're not bad, the boys are going this way. Oh, let's keep up with the boys. Oh, the boys are smoking the spliff, I've got to do it. Oh, the boys say go and run in a shop and thief something, come out. Oh, let me go on like a little servant. Yes, master, let me go and do that. You're going to have to choose, am I a Muslim or am I a sheep? So when you're in, like I said, in school, you're gonna see these boys that are swearing, chatting up girls and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And I want you to understand that people know what Muslims are supposed to be, you know that. Whether they're religious or not, people know what Muslims are supposed to be and what they're not supposed to be. So like sometimes I see brothers now. I'm someone who was raised single parent family, come from council estate, being jailed, this, that, and the other. Like there's times I see on YouTube and a video comes up, and I'll see like brothers, Ahmed, Omar, like Muhammad. I know your dad, he might not be the best at explaining, and he should work on that and telling you he loves you and he cares about you and you're special. I know he might not be the best communicator, but I know what your father does. He works long shifts. He might not be in the house much, he might not show much affection, but your father is a hard worker. He works. I know them. I see them in the masjid. And your mother, all she does, your mother does, is just look after you 24/7, pray and wear hijab. Clean up your food, cook food for you, clean this up, clean that up, 24/7. She just loves you, does stuff for you, does stuff for you. I know what type of household you come from. You come from a working hard father, yes, and a loving mother. So when I see Ahmed there with cuts in his eyebrows, spliff behind his head, alcohol in a video, yeah, pour alcohol on it. Where the hell did you, I know that's not you. That is some made in China business. Because where did you learn this? So you see a brother, he grew up in a house with the mother praying, the father's always working, this, that, and the other. The mum just, I love you, cleans up your house and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And then, how do you get in front of this video with cuts in your eyes, pouring out alcohol, pour out alcohol for the dead homies, and who the hell is this? Because you didn't learn it in your house, so what you're admitting, this is what you're admitting. This is what you're admitting. Because whether you grow up in a nice home, yes, or whether you grow up on the ends on a council estate, you didn't learn that stuff at home. So what you're teaching everybody, what you're teaching everyone, the non-Muslims around, I'm such a sheep. I was raised in a good house, but I'm such a sheep and I've got such an inferior complex that everything the non-Muslim who don't even know how to do it stingy do, I'm going to copy them. Because you didn't come out your mother's womb with a spliff behind your ear and cuts in your eyebrows and bloody singing rap tunes from people who rob and sell drugs. You didn't come out your mother's womb like that. And you grew up in a house, you saw a man come out, you saw a man leave, come back tired, this, that, and the other, and so forth. You know what it's like some of the definition of a man is, that he goes out, comes back tired, he sacrifices. You have some kind of blueprint of what a man should do. He's a hard worker. You know what it's like to come from a house from a mother who doesn't drink alcohol, who doesn't get high, who doesn't have bare different boyfriends. Different men going into the bedroom with her this year and that year. You come from a good home. You're a Muslim. So when you have these brothers on the TV, this, that, and drinking the alcohol, you can't even tell. You wouldn't be able to tell, but people know, because Allah's made it that your facial features, we know from this country these people are Muslim, and that country these people are Muslim, and that country people are Muslim. So when these guys are going onto these videos and stuff, and they're talking about how many girls they sleep with, I got bare girls, I shoot man 10 times in his head, I sell drugs to the bloody Colombians and all this crap. First of all, we know it's not true. And second, we know you're a sheep. Because if non-Muslim people weren't doing this, you wouldn't be doing it. But what is that nobody nowadays, even though boys are walking out, I don't care what anyone says, yes, you do. And people will never respect you, when you're a clown, following the crowd, especially when they don't know what you're supposed. Because the non-Muslim guys who are doing this, yeah, they're selling the drugs. They don't know no better. What guidance do they have? What do they have? What guidance do they have? We have guidance. We got the Quran. We got the Sunnah. We got the lives of the Prophet. We got the lives of the companions and the rest of the Salaf. We've got so many examples. We've got generally, like I said, generally, the Muslim fathers are there. I can say that the vast majority of Muslim boys grew up knowing who their father is. You see your father on a day-to-day basis. You see a man that works. Some of you, your father will help pay for you to do your driving lesson, help pay for you to go uni, they will aid you. But we're following people with no guidance. And this whole thing about being and that's what I'm saying. I couldn't give a monkey's. People want to talk about my beard, want to talk about my phobe, want to talk about my trousers, about my uncles. I could give a monkey's what you think when I'm walking down the street. I've been a non-Muslim, yes? Just doing what I'm doing because I don't know, there's no alternative. YOLO, that's the biggest religion in the West. YOLO, you only live once. But now you think I could walk down the street, a non-Muslim guy, black guy my age could look at me, I couldn't give a monkey's what you think about. You think I look weird, this, that, I couldn't give a monkey's. You do not have a clue. You know why your socks exist, but you don't know why you exist. How are you going to give me a inferiority complex? I don't care. Look at me, you think whatever you want. As long as you don't put your hands on me, I could not give a monkey's what you think about me. I look strange, I look weird, your beard's not in fashion. Listen, you got bloody rappers painting their fingernails, bruv. You look up to these people, rappers with handbags and stuff now. But what will happen is that's what I'm trying to say. When you're a young Muslim, the grass always looks green on the other side. You always, think that you're missing out on something. You think that this life looks so great and this, that, and the other. For example, let me give you an example. And this is why company is so important. I'm sure you all know the hadith about the perfume maker. Yeah? And the blacksmith. Anyone knows? Anyone know it? Okay. Any of the brothers want to say what the hadith is? Don't worry, I'm not going to blast you. Wallahi, I'm not going to blast you. Go ahead, just paraphrase it. You don't have to get it correctly. Yeah. Amazing. And it also mentions someone else in the hadith. What does it mention? And what does it say? MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. What's your name? Rashid. Jazakallah khair. And what is this supposed to mean to us when it's talking about friendship? What's that supposed to? Yeah. You'll still get something. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Jazakallah khair. He smashed it. So basically, what is that? This is, and people, when we hear hadiths, this ain't like Frozen or bloody Power Rangers or like these. We're supposed to know these hadiths so they help us in our actual day-to-day life. Let me give you example. Let me give you an example of how this can affect us, especially young brothers. So, for example, yeah, as Muslims, we believe in marriage, and what's the opposite of marriage? Huh? What's the opposite of marriage? I'm not going to, trust me, if I ask you a question, I'm not going to blush you. I'm not that ruthless. Huh? Zina. Okay, so in our religion, there's marriage, yeah? And there's, There's zina, yeah? Okay, there's nothing in between. Girlfriend. Where's a girlfriend? A girl who's your friend at what? A girlfriend is a wife with no rights. That's what a girlfriend is, yeah? A ting, side chick, whatever. But there's zina, yeah, and marriage. Cool. So logically, yeah, and that's why you have to what I'm trying to do as someone who's been a non-Muslim is try to make you not have an inferiority complex when you're around non-Muslims. Yeah? How can it be you'll see gay people with punk rockers, they got like bare different colour hair and this, that, and the other, like big thing through their nose and their ears and this, that, and the other, and they walk down the street with confidence, yeah? But yet, like, some Muslims are afraid to be who they are, you know? The reason why I want you to have this confidence and this, how can I say, proud to be a Muslim, is because I don't want you to be a sheep, because so many brothers, just because they went along with the crew or the majority or the guys or whatever, so forth, they mashed themselves up. Let me show you how scared guys are. You might find some of your brothers that go in gym now and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'm hench. I don't care what anyone says. I punch up bare man, this, that, and the other, and so forth. Young brother, you know, like I said, they got this kind of thing that, yeah, no man can tell me anything. I'm not afraid that anyone thinks I'm bad, man. I'll punch man and his face will go through the wall. Cool, we're gonna see if we're really tough now. Okay, you're in school now, you're on the bus, yeah? And this is what I would say to you. I don't know you. I'm not being condescending, I don't know Luton, so don't think, right, man, I come from London and anything. You have double-decker buses up here, yeah? Because I've only seen short ones down there, yeah? Yeah? You have some? Okay, I'm not dissing him, right, man, try to come up here. No, watch man, next time I'm gonna shank him. I'm gonna shank him next time he comes to the masjid. Can't talk about Luton, about rap. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say is that, look, see, in London, so they have double-decker buses, yeah? My advice to you young brothers, whether you're at school, whether you're at college, or secondary school, when you go get in a bus, sit down at the front. Yeah? Or if it's packed at the top, sit at the front of the bus. Why? Does anyone know why I'm saying this? Maybe you might not understand why I'm saying this. Why? That's kind of a reason, but these guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, where do normally the people getting up to no good, where do they sit? At the front, downstairs at the front? No? Yeah, upstairs at the back. Yeah, that's where the music gets played on the phone, that's where the flirting gets stuff. Okay, so we take this brother, young Muslim brother. He believes, yeah, I'm a strong man, don't care what anyone says, I'm my own man, this, that, and the other. Yeah, bruv. Where did that spliff come from? How come you memorize all these drill tunes and this, that, and the other? Okay, you're your own person. Cool. Okay, so the brother goes, I actually saw this with a sister once, but the Muslim, he goes to the back of the bus now. He's sitting down now. So they're just chatting, yeah? They're chatting about what kuffar boys talk about and non-Muslims talk about. They're not talking about, yeah, I read this book and it boosted my iman. I saw this video, it's giving a khatib and it boosts my iman and let's go and like give some dawah. Nah. They're not talking, obviously they're not talking about it. So they're at the back now. And the sister basically, or well, let's just use a brother, he decides to sit amongst them. Because it's like, I want to fit in, ain't it? I want to fit with anyone and stuff. So this brother's a bad man, ain't it? He's a young guy, he doesn't care what anyone thinks this, that, and the other. So they start talking about girls. They start talking about girls now. Yeah? Remember, the brother, he's a bad man, he doesn't care what anyone thinks. Now, be honest, you're in secondary school or you're in college and this, that, and the other and so forth, yeah? Cool. If these guys have girlfriends, yeah, and they get them pregnant, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to raise a family with this girl? At 17, 18, 15? What are they going to do? Huh? Abortion. Exactly, you're going to do abortion. Okay, abortion is murdering the last creation, yeah? So is it sensible, yeah, to have a relationship with girls, yeah, when you ain't got a place, you're living in your mum's yard, yeah, you ain't got a job, yeah, and you ain't got a place for the baby and the mother to live? It doesn't make sense, does it, logically? Does it? You're in school, secondary school, college, this, that, and the other. First of all, you ain't even got your own career, your own job, your own trade, or whatever, this, that, and the other. If you get a girl pregnant, can you provide for that child and that woman? You can't, can you? Yes, you can? Okay, cool. So you can't provide for them. Okay, so these guys are bragging at the back of the bus and this, that, and the other. Yeah. Where's it? Yeah. How many girls you smashed? Sorry, excuse me, guys. So this one says, yeah, I've had this much girls, I've had that much girls, this, that, and the other. They come to the Muslim there. Now, the brother knows he's supposed to be a virgin. Watch the brothers turn red, yeah? Supposed to be a virgin, because common sense as Muslim man, we don't have youths everywhere. South London, West London, this place. We don't have bare baby mothers and this, that, and the other, and chicks that we just breed up, yeah, and just leave them out there, do we? No. So what a Muslim man does, gets his education, yeah? He gets his trade, his job, his business. When he's got money and he's set and this, that, and the other, then he has kids. Yeah? We're not going to mention anything about polygamy or this, that, and the other. I don't want the sister to start crying. But anyway, I'm just saying that Muslim men, they control the desires. The desires don't control them. So man gets his education, gets his trade, get his job, this, that, and the other, then he has kids. You don't get the kids and this, that, and the other, and then start, please, man, get abortion because your brother's going to bang me over, and you know what I'm saying? A Muslim man controls his desires can't control him. But now that Muslim brother who claims, I don't care what anyone says, I don't care what anyone thinks, is he going to tell them the truth? Is he going to say I'm a virgin? No, this man says I smashed this girl, I did this with this girl, I did this with this girl. The Muslim man, I had bare girls. I've had bare girls. Lying. Because why? You're in the company of people, yeah, that don't believe in what you believe in. So you're forced to be a lie. And everyone knows, yeah, like I said, when you go to school, when you go to college, when you go to the ends, wherever it is, you're going to find this crowd, and to join them, the only way you can join them, can you join them if you don't smoke? No. Can you join them if you don't chat to girls? No. Can you join them if you don't swear? No. Can you join them and hang around with them? No. Can you join them and be around with them and not swear? No. So basically, as a Muslim, a young Muslim guy, to hang around with the crew crowd and stuff, you have to sell out your deen. So you have to ask yourself now, guys, because there's two people. Either you're the sheep of the crowd, where they say, yeah, run, go shop. Yeah, boy, go shop. Yeah? And even when they let you into the crowd, you're never going to be at the top. Because what you'll find in these groups, there's 1, 2, or 3 people who are the dons who says, we're going bus stop, or we're going to check these girls. And everyone else, the other 10 or whatever people, are just followers. Yeah, let's go get cigarettes. Yeah, we're coming. So even when you do get accepted, you're like a little pet, a little mascot. You know what I'm saying? You know? But not, and they don't view you as equals. So you're either going to be that person, or you're going to be a person, yeah, who goes into school, yeah, and you don't give a monkey's what anyone else thinks. Call me a dork, call me a square, call me a chief, or whatever you want to call, waste man, whatever, times 11 or whatever, this, that, and the other. At least one thing, I am who I am. And wallahi, these guys, yeah, all these guys that are rude boys and bad boys and this, that, and the other and so forth, yeah, and the guys that go and do the proper thing, they do the school thing, they do the education and this, that, and the other and so forth, yeah, wallahi, 10, 20 years down the line, yeah, the one that was doing his education and this, that, and the other and so forth, yeah, he's not outside the betting shop. Yeah, bro. You got a spliff, bruv. Oh, yeah. Mash up. Eyes mash up, fingers mash up. Can't even say a sentence and this, that, and the other. Wallahi, all these brothers that are selling drugs and doing all this stuff, I'm telling you, the average plumber and the average electrician is making way more money than the average drug dealer. That's a fact. The average plumber and electrician monthly is making more than the average guy shot in drugs. That's a fact. And you know what? These brothers, see, the whole thing is you might have to work hard for a short time, yeah, to get your trade, to get your business, to get your degree or whatever, this, that, and the other, yeah? So for them 5 years or 3 years or 4 years, you might have to put a bit of effort in. You might have to do some kind of sacrifice to do that. But you know one thing, you know a plumber, there's never happened to a plumber, yeah, that he's been driving his car, stop at the traffic lights, yeah, and another plumber, yeah, has come out and shanked him. That's never happened in the history. Ever. An electrician, he put up a light, and he's at the light like this, that, and the other, and so forth. And the electrician, no, man, you stole my job, man, no, blah. It doesn't happen. Even the guy you see in a Land Rover with no GCSEs and this, that, to you, he looks fat because he's driving the car, and he's like, yeah, and he's got the shoes on. But my man is sweating because He ain't got no license. The feds, he's like, my man's like wetting himself and driving a car. It's like, he just thought, he says, Eve, that nanny, is she just wearing a disguise and just one of them man and just that and the other. Why? Because his life is just haram, so it's just that, yes, it looks good on the outside and this, that and the other and so forth. But the reality of the situation in the guy's life is constricted. People are so lazy now, they don't even want to sell the drugs, they want to rob the drug dealers. Who in their mind thinks, yeah, I'm going to rob drug dealers. I know they carry guns and knives because they sell drugs and people, but I can't bother to sell the drugs. They don't even have the ambition in doing haram. They're just like, I can't even bother to sell drugs. This guy, he sells drugs. I know he's got guns and knives and stuff, and I know there's normally people with knives and guns, but I'm just going to try it because I can't bother to work. But the thing about being a Muslim, and not just a cultural Muslim, someone that actually studies the Deen, is that you don't have an inferiority complex. See, before I was a Muslim, never had a father in my life, I get my worth from what? Music videos, movies, this, that, and the other. Where am I going to get my worth? If I don't get my worth from Quran and Sunnah, if I don't, as Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, I did not create mankind and jinn except to worship me. So we know that we're here to worship Allah. Working is a part of life. Having relationships is a part of life. Enjoying yourself is a part of life. But we have a purpose and a goal. And Allah tells us in the Quran about how He makes our eyes and our ears, you know, how the body works and this, that, and so forth. On top of that, we have families in general. But if you don't have Quran, Sunnah, Hadith, so this, that, and the other, and so forth, you get your worth from where? The ends. The estate. No, Father, you don't see the image of what it's like a man to go out, come back at night tired and this, that, and the other. You go out with your father, you know what I'm saying? He's a tradesman, you go see him go into a house, things are messed up. He fixes them and leaves out. You have pride. Or he owns a shop or something, and then you fix things up and this, that, and the other, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? You have some pride in what you've done. Or even if it's just that he's just a taxi driver or something, but he goes out hide. The bills, he pays for them and this, that, and the other. You live in, like, things are paid for. Your mother's not always tired. She's not always crying. She's not being a mother and a father, washing up and then working, washing up and working 2-3 jobs and just always exhausted. And you're raised in front of the TV. But that's the whole thing. Before I thought, yeah, there's nothing wrong with going in and out, being locked up in a cage like a monkey in a zoo. There's nothing wrong with going Feltham. It's okay for another man. It's okay for me to be locked in a cage like a monkey in a zoo, and for another man to open up for me to get breakfast, and another man to tell me tell me when I can go gym or this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not worth anything anyway. Wallahi, brothers think they're bad because they go in jail. There's no bad man in jail. In jail, you don't control nothing. I don't care how many necks you got, how big you are. I don't care what you can push. In jail, you are abd. You can't eat when you want. You can't, go where you want. You can't do anything you want. And you're humiliated. Most of the cells in prison, when you're in jail, most of the prisons, cells in jail, they're 2-man cells, So everyone said, I'm bad and went jail. You was put by the queen, and the people under authority, you was put in a cell, and she told you, stay there, and don't come out until I say. And you know what you have to do in there? You think, I'm a bad man, I'm henching this, that, I've got bare necks and stuff, look at this. Yeah, cool, bruv. Tell me where your strength goes when man wants to go toilets, and you're sharing the cell with a next man, and man goes poo, and you hear it drop and splash in the water, bruv. Where's your bad man? You can't do nothing to get out of that situation, bruv. Where's the bad man? What bad man? If you're a bad man, why can't you get that situation? Man, grown man is going toilet, bruv. You're in a place that you can feel both sides of the walls like this, bruv. You know what I'm saying? a couple meters wide and a couple meters long, yeah? And you're a bad man, a man gets off the bunk, sits down on a toilet, splash, and you smell it. Where's the bad man? What, you gonna tell man you can't go toilet? Oh, okay, watch when man punch you in your face. Not only that, certain men, they ain't got girls in jail. So, man does certain haram things and you have to hear it. The elders know what I'm talking about. And if man don't respect you, you just got to hear man doing that, breathing heavy and stuff. Where's the bad man? Where is the bad man? And you got to understand, yeah, the thing is also this, yeah, is that in jail, there's people that think they're bad, and then there's mentally ill people. So you got people that act like they're rude boys, and then you got mentally ill people. Do you know there's people out there that like hurting people? Like, I don't mean like, yeah, punch up man because people are watching and he's a chief. And I'm talking about people that like throw acid in people's face and laugh. They will see the skin burning off man's face. Cool, you think you're bad until you get locked up with someone who's not just physically bigger than you, but knows how to physically fight. And physically, he's not all there. You got to understand, certain of these roadmen and bad boys, that they were bust up by their father when they were young and this, that, and the other. They were sexually abused when they were young. They're not, everything is not working up there. So it may be okay when you move with your boys and you chief up some other guy from another state because, because you're acting like you're tough and this, that, and the other and so forth. But come on, man. Where did that heartless, come on, man. You grew up in a house with a working father and a loving mother. Your mother's always cooking, kissing you, this, that, and the other, cooking this, that, and the other, cooking this for you and making breakfast for you, making food for you, loving you, this, that, and the other and so forth. I know you put your headphones on and you're listening to a couple tunes and you're hearing a couple gunshots and blap, 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 and you're like, yeah, I'm really in LA. Yeah. Really in LA. I'm in Philly. Wow. Bap, 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 bap. Few cars screeching, like, let's shoot him. Yeah, wow. I'm actually there. Then your mum knocks on the thing, come down, your Cheerios is ready. I'm talking when you go into the door locks, the lights go out, there's one gov. He's walking around the big yard, it's a long time, he's just walked past. It's just you and that mentally ill person who's grown up, no father used, either father used to bust him up or father wasn't there, being sexually abused and this, that, and the other and so forth. Grown up with no guidance, no deen, no ayats, no hadith, no Jummah, no nothing. Just weed and seeing his mum tired and working bare jobs. Growing up in darkness. And you come in with your radio or this, that, and the other. I was like, give me that, man. Yeah, but my mama gonna shut up. I'm talking about, it's okay pretending you're bad and this, that, and the other. But when you go jail, and that's why I said, the Prophet said, the believer learns from the mistakes of others. There's already 100 brothers in Feltham, Wandsworth, Brixton, jail. There's already so many brothers had kids, outside of marriage. Already, we can see it. Then we got these clowns on TV. Like on Grime Daily and Link Up TV and this, that, and the other. Yeah. I went raving, I smoked some crack, and I was sleeping with 4 girls at one time and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And I shot 10 men with the same bullet. It went through all of their heads. Get out of my face, man. And non-Muslims just think, what's wrong with Abdi, man? dad's a bloody, like, drive, like, I know his dad is, like, because us brothers are like, we do crime and rap and these things because we come from a bad situation and we want to get out. You're in a good situation and you're messing it up. You're living life backwards. It's like, the aim of selling drugs and all these things is to get out of jail. You got your father, he's paying for your driving lesson, he's paying for you to go to uni. He's like, nah, dad, I'm just going to get nicked. If you ask your dad for the money, he'll give it to you. If you say to him, look, I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to do this course, or I'm trying to do something, like, there's ways you can go about to do it. But you choose to mess your life backwards. And look, non-Muslims, they can't be blamed. They can't really be blamed for what they're doing and stuff like that because they don't know any better. But for someone who knows better to copy them is mashed up. And I want to see these rappers, the worst thing you could do is be a Muslim rapper. Wallahi, I see these brothers and I just think, it's not about being perfect. We all have sins. We all have things that we should try to remove from our life and better. Yeah? But there's a difference between you struggling with a sin and you boasting about your sins. The Prophet said, all of my ummah will be forgiven except those who broadcast their sins. So, say there's a person who's struggling with music, and they fall into music, and they feel bad about it, and this, that, and the other, and they make dua for Allah to help them to give it up. That's one thing, if they're striving, and you can give up music. There's necessities in life, yeah? Eating, drinking. Yes? These are necessities, things that if you don't have your diet, music is not one of them. And there's people that were making music, not just listen to music, making music, producing music and so forth. And they converted to Islam and they left it. So if they can leave it, you can leave it. But there's a difference between someone who's struggling with a sin and feels bad about it and wants to give up. And there's a difference between someone who everyone knows he's a Muslim and he's going out. Like, this is, like, I don't know. Like, even a streetwise person wouldn't do this. How can you be a rapper? Because what you're doing when you're a Muslim rapper, yeah, is what you're saying is that, and you don't have to say this exact word, yeah, is that it's like, you're saying, I do bare zina. I shoot bare people and I know it's haram. I sell bare drugs and I'm proud of it. This is what you're like when you're doing rapping. Let me make it crystal clear. Say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was alive and he went to a village and he said, you know, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. Allah created us to worship him, you know, to live a good life, pray, fast, get married and this, that, and so forth. Enjoy yourself in halal ways. Yeah? Cool. Prophet Muhammad leaves the village. Then you come along. Don't pray, smoke, drink, you know what I'm saying? You know, sleep around, do zina and so forth. Because what these Muslim rappers are doing, they are undoing the message of the messenger. The Prophet came to this dunya and he spread a message. Worship Allah, pray, marry, fast and so forth. Try and live a good life. Then a rapper comes along. You don't have to say the Prophet told you to do A, B and C and I'm telling you not to do what the Prophet said. Yeah, do A, B and C. No, if you know the Prophet came out and sent the message out and people memorized it and they told other people and then people wrote it down. He put the Prophet, through the permission of Allah, he put something out into the dunya. And these Muslim rappers that are coming along and say, I do bare zina, I sleep, I shoot bare people, I sell bare drugs. Basically, you're saying, I don't give a damn what Allah and his messenger said, I'm not doing it. You know that smoking's haram, you know zina's haram, you know that selling drugs is haram. So when you come on all these channels and stuff and you talk about how much girls you got and how much this and that and stuff, basically you're enemy to the dawah of the Prophet. And basically you're saying, don't do what Prophet Muhammad said. I'm telling you that I enjoy doing the complete opposite to it and I'm proud of it. Cool, I want to see how far that gets you on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Companions died trying to put this message out. And then you come on Guy Daily with your stupid little raps and poems and this, that, and the other and so forth, and brag about how you was in a bar and snorting coke and how you get people to do sexual things with you. Cool, keep on doing it. We got scales. It's part of our Aqidah, our belief as Muslims, yeah? To believe we have scales and that we have two angels, one that follow us everywhere, and one writes down the good deeds and one that writes down the bad deeds. So all you rappers that are talking about, I sleep with bare girls, I shoot bare people, I take bare drugs, when you're sleeping, and this is for all of us who have social media, all of us on social media generally have at least a few hundred people following us. Even if you're not got a dawah channel, even if you're not anyone famous, you have a couple hundred people following you. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you only have like 10 or 30 or 50 people, whatever. Whatever you post, if it's halal, you get reward for it. If it's bad, you get sins for it. So say you post a music video, yes? Like these rappers, some of these rappers, they put music videos out, and this is to the people that post as well. If you put, most of these rappers, unfortunately, the Muslims are the biggest, the highest guys in the drill industry at the moment. Like maybe 50% of them are Muslim. Cool. You think you're bad, yes? If your views got, most of them have got like hundreds of thousands of views, or at least tens of thousands. Some of them got millions of views. You know what that is? Every view is a sin. So while you're sleeping, yeah, even when you're sleeping, when you got these tunes, I shoot people, I smoke drugs, I do bears in, on your skulls, it's just cha-ching, 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 just bad deeds coming down on them, bruv. Imagine you got 1 million views on your rap video, or 100,000 views, that's 100,000 sins, man. Are you a crackhead? You're out there and you're just openly this, that, and the other and so forth, and you're sleeping and your sins while you're sleeping, just coming on. Yom Qiyamah, you're going to come and see this. Whoa, that's mine. Yeah, you was up there when you was on mobile. Yeah, thank you for this. Thanks God for giving me this award. What God give you this award for, you idiot? I'm talking about women in thongs and bikini. What the hell are you talking about? So, anyway, the whole thing is that, my whole thing is that, look, just be yourself, you know? Be a Muslim who follows your principle in school, secondary school, the common room, or whatever, or so forth, yeah? And you ain't gonna have lots of friends. You're not gonna have lots of friends, yeah? You're not. But you know what? The people who make friends with you, yeah? When you're that person that just does its own thing, you might try and do your prayers, you don't swear, you don't listen to tunes and this, that, whatever. You're not gonna have few friends, but if people that do become your friends, they're sincerely gonna become your friends because they like you and they respect you. Rather than you try to be part of the crowd, be Abdi and you know, and Zayd and stuff like that, you're being a Muslim swearing and trying to say chat up girls and what is it, you know what I'm saying? Breaking things and stuff just to be patted on the head like a little sheep. So, is it 2-4, Akhi, yeah? Okay, cool. So now, that was for the brothers. Now I wanted to address the sisters in a short time. May Allah help us. Okay, for the sisters, I would say that sisters, you seek knowledge of the Deen, yeah? And they know who they are. They learn about their Deen. They're not just following rituals, they actually seek knowledge of the Deen and listen to talks and so forth. If a sister practices the Quran and the Sunnah and follows the companions and the rest of the Salaf, you will not find another woman like her on earth. Someone that doesn't swear, praise, doesn't drink, doesn't get high, you know what I'm saying? Like, is modest. The difference between them and the women that are alive nowadays, there's no one else. You will not find that, I don't care whether she's Buddhist, I don't care, Christian, this, that. If you have a woman that follows the Quran and the Sunnah, you ain't gonna find someone like that. You could trust her, she don't mix with men, she don't have male friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't gossip. If you get a sister like that and there's sisters like that, no one could touch her. They're the best women on earth. They're like actually mothers of society that have raised kids, decent kids and this, that, and the other, and they don't get high and drunk and all this kind of stuff. They're the best women you can have on earth. But this ting, social media, man. The hijab, that used to mean something. It's like that hijab is a uniform from Allah to the female companions, Aisha, Fatima, and so forth. It's a uniform. And you don't have the right to do whatever you want in it. Just like us, brother, with our beds, we don't have the right, to do whatever we want when you have this bed. And wallahi, like I said, for the only Allah can judge me crew, I already mentioned the good sisters. I said, I believe they're the best women on earth and no one comes close to them. Okay? And only I can judge you is not a hadith and it's not an ayah. It's a bloody Tupac title, bruv, of some kafir song. So I don't know how every time we're talking about Deen, where is it? Tupac lyrics come up. We all sin differently. Get the hell out of here, man. But the point I'm trying to say to you, that hijab is a uniform. That's Aisha's hijab. That's Fatima's hijab. So the whole thing is now, my question is, what do people think is a hijab is nowadays? Because wallahi, if you go online, wallahi, just be honest, Just be honest. Just say, Just say if you don't, respect Allah and His Messenger, just say it. Just say if you don't respect Allah and His Messenger and you don't respect hijab, just say it. Don't lie. Don't lie and say I respect the Deen, I respect Islam. And then you put on that hijab that Aisha used to walk. Where? And then you purposely, it's not a mistake, and it's not about struggling with hijab. There's a difference between a sister that's trying to wear hijab and she finds it hard in this society and she might wear a scarf and maybe she's not wearing it correct, like jilbab, or she's not wearing that loose scarf and she goes about her business and comes back in and she's making dua to try and wear hijab. That's one thing. What's happening on Instagram and stuff, this is not a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. You intentionally woke up, knew before, while and after, that was Aisha's hijab. That was the companions' hijab. The ones that were around with the Prophet when you got the tat spat, beaten up. You went to the closet intentionally. You didn't wake up, fall out of bed, the tornado came, knocked you into your cupboard and you came out with a headscarf on. You chose to go to the cupboard, knowing it's haram, put the headscarf on, with the tightest of the tightest of bayers to show your... There's little ones here, We're men, we're not dumb. You purposely wore the headscarf, you purposely wore the tight stuff, you press play on your crap Nicki Minaj and Cardi B while you're wearing Aisha's hijab, and you start whining and doing all this stuff looking like a bloody stupid gremlin. Intentionally wear tight clothes off to show your body shape. We're not dumb. Intentionally playing some woman who's chatting about her private parts and chatting about what she does with men and you say you love the Messenger and you love Aisha and you love hijab. Get the hell out of here, man. And it messes up the dawah because the sisters who are wearing hijab and know what they're doing and seeking the Deen, they might be at work, they're explaining Tawheed and stuff and the oneness of Allah to their work partners and this, that, and the other and so forth. And then the person's asking them, obviously you call with Tawheed first. You don't start off with hijab. But the question comes up, The question comes up, oh, so why do you dress like that? Okay, you told me about you believe in one God and Islam's the only religion that worships one God. Why do you wear that? Like, oh, we wear this because this is a form of modesty and we believe that we're priceless and only certain people we're married to and our family should see certain parts of our body. And then this sister gives a correct dawah and then she goes on Instagram, this non-Muslim, and she sees you bloody shaking your bum in your abaya, and where's it, face looking like Ronald McDonald, bloody clown, and where's it, Nicki Minaj in the background, and they're like singing along to the words, oh, do you want to do this with me? And and then, because of the media and everything, she thinks, this is the open-minded, this is the open-minded one. And this one is the ISIS one. Oh, I get it. But watch. The thing is this. Yeah? The thing is this. Get this into your head because I know you think you're killing it. I don't care what brothers say that. You just jealous. I'm just jealous. Like, I want to marry this bloody sunroof, bloody Batman wearing a abaya, bloody Spider-Man abaya. Who was the... Look, you got to understand there's a difference between attention and respect. Don't get it twisted. Attention and respect are two different things. Prostitutes get attention. Strippers get attention, but nobody respects them. Someone driving a bike down the wheel with no, a bicycle down the road doing a wheelie with no wheel on, he gets attention. People don't respect him. And what I'm going to tell you is that, look, and let me just show you how when you stick to the Quran and Sunnah, how Allah blesses you. All these sisters who think they know it all and think, you know the way I'm going to get a man? I'm going to wear headscarf. I'm going to put bare makeup on because I don't like how Allah created me and I think I can make myself look better. And I'm going to wear the tightest clothes. I'm going to get bare likes. I'm going to get bare guys in your inbox and I'm going to marry one of these guys, yeah, looking like a sexual object, and we're going to live for happily ever after. Really? Okay, cool. I'll tell you something. Your mum, she didn't have Snapchat, she didn't have Instagram, she didn't have none of this thing. Her and your father, yeah, and this is the norm. They've been married for a lifetime. 40-year marriage, 30-year marriage, 50-year marriage. They're going to live together. They met, yeah? They don't have no boyfriend, no girlfriends, no zina partners and this, that, and the other. They're married, they've been together forever, and they're going to get old together and die. They didn't have no Snapchat. She didn't have to wear no tight jeans. She didn't have to wear no Batman, or Spider-Man abaya to get that. She followed Quran and Sunnah, basic, simple. Get all these sisters with their bloody fake eyelashes and fake ears and fake this and little sunroof hijab and all this kind of stuff. Get 10 of them. Yeah, you're going to get bare likes. You're going to get bare attention. Men like women. That's not rocket science. But look at their relationships. You either get all of you sisters who are trying to look hot on Instagram. What happened to you? You got taken as a girlfriend, used for zina a few times, and get the hell out of my thing. You phone them, phone back. Yeah, but you broke my heart and this, that, and the other and so forth. Listen, if you phone my phone again, I'm going to punch you in the face. Next thing you call back, you calling back. Sorry, the number you're calling me is currently unavailable. Please try back later. Then you phone back. That's what you get. All of you, I'll take 10 of these sisters that are just like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a religious headscarfing, I don't know, nightclub dancer. I don't know what the hell the message you're trying to say, because you wear the headscarf to show that you're Muslim. And then you wear the tight abaya to show your body off. Then you play the Nicki Minaj, you just look like confused.com. I'm a religious stripper. I don't know what the message you're trying to send out is. But all we know, there's ijma. There's ijma by the Muslims and the kuffar that you're confused.com. And yeah, I take 10 of these sisters, that Instagram chicks, yeah, put their relationships together. Whether it's zina or girlfriend or whatever you got told you were, because that's all you were told you were, yeah? 3 months, 6 months, abortions, dash away, parents kick you out the house. Your mother didn't have the technology. No Snapchat, no Instagram. Lifetime marriage. She didn't have to prostitute herself on Instagram or Snapchat. So if you're such an Einstein, and you're such an ulama, alim, how come she's doing better than you? Why? The reason why is because you can't beat the Quran and Sunnah. Can't beat it. And all you're showing by doing all this makeup, I can't believe that the Muslim women, and I told you already, yeah, for all the angry people, I told you already, a sister that actually practice the Quran and Sunnah, this, that, and the other, we can trust our wives. Like, we know they're clean. Like, we respect them, they're good mothers, they're different to the other women. They don't fill their head with nastiness, they don't fill their bodies with drugs and alcohol and this. They're clean, they're the best women out there, the ones that practice. But this social media, and I hope that the fathers are not giving your kids smartphones with internet access in their early teens, man. Are you just, if you're giving your child a phone with internet access, yes? It's just that you just, hey, Jahannam, take her. Just, hey. Once you got access to the internet, the hayaj is gone. Even if she's a good girl, once she goes onto that, that's it. It's just like Instagram and hayaj, just like, any decency, just like, because what you see affects you. And this is what I'm going to say, yeah? Because I'm rolling up now. How long is left, Aki? Okay, I'm going to say this. Sometimes I'm walking around, yeah, when I'll go to shopping malls sometime, yeah, and I see lots of young brothers and sisters, like, out in public, yeah, doing this boyfriend and girlfriend thing. And I say, wallahi, be careful what you want, because you might get it. Because, you see, if we keep... The only reason why we have these lifetime marriages and these families and people know who their fathers and their mothers and stuff is because we got Islam. Once we stop implementing Islam, what you think, just because my name's Ahmed and Muhammad and this, I'm going to get that blessing. No way we can be exactly like the kuffar where people don't know who their parents are. And I guarantee you, if you keep this zina boyfriend-girlfriend thing up, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have... Your Islamic family tree is going to die. You know why? Because brothers who are at that young age, yeah, and getting girls, sleeping with girls, when they get them pregnant, they are going to force them to get abortion and they're going to run away. When that sister, yeah, she obviously ain't on Deen because she wouldn't have had zina with you. That means that child is going to grow up, yeah, in a family that ain't got much Deen. Because now that sister has to start trying to work and this, that, and the other, and do this, be the father and the mother. And then once you're going to grow up, wallahi, you're going to see bloody Muslim families, yeah? Once you stop these things, say celibate, yeah? And then get married when you're responsible, what's going to happen? You're going to have, like, bare Muslim families, yeah, that are just in England, yeah, just following everyone else. And you know what can happen? You can see Abdi with his child Muhammad on Halloween with a bloody pitchfork and bloody devil ears. Trust me. Haven't you seen all these celebrities, like Amir Khan and most likely all these people? They're just following the culture of this country. They may do good, I'm not saying that. But you see them with Christmas trees. These are Muslims. I'm saying this girlfriend and boyfriend thing, it's going to be normal to see hijabis that have, like, scarf-wearing single mothers. And wallahi, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And I would just say to you, brothers, yeah, if you're cool with having these chicks and having these Muslim girls that you're doing zina with, cool, man. When you see a man walking with your sister, yeah, with his arm around her and stuff like that, yeah, bloody, say, Jazakallah khairan and stuff like that. You can't do one rule for you and another rule for them. You can't say, I got bare girls, or I'm chatting to bare girls, and then when you see man with your sister, let's shank him. How does it go like that? It can't be like that. So all I'm saying is that, look, take it. If the grass is, you got brothers, and I'm ending right now, you've got so many brothers. I'm talking about thousands of guys, non-Muslim guys, white, black, rich, poor, in their teens and 20s, they're becoming Muslim. They're becoming Muslim. And they're free to do what they want. They can smoke weed, they can rave, they can have girlfriends and this, that, and the other. Ask yourself, why are guys, the Islam, they know about all the rules. You can't have girlfriends, you can't mix with girls, you can't smoke, you can't... They still want to become Muslim. It's showing you if the grass was greener on the other side, all these people wouldn't be becoming Muslim because they're aware of the rules and they still become Muslim in it and they practice. So what you've got is the Muslims going into the dunya, some becoming kafar, some losing their deen, and you've got non-Muslims becoming Muslim. And the very last thing I would say is that I'm for the brothers and the fathers, helping their young kids, brothers and sisters to get married early, at early age and saving them from zina. But obviously, they need to aid them in, in following their dreams and this, that. And I'm all for young marriages as long as they're marriages and the brothers are responsible. And I think it's better to do it in this society. But this zina, boyfriend, girlfriend thing, leave it alone, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan.